Good evening, Swirly Nation, and welcome to the friendly confines of the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex for tonight's game, a semifinal of the Midwinter Classic between the Mid-Fairfield Junior Rangers and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good evening, everybody. It is time for playoff hockey. I'm ready. You're ready. I am joined in the oven by Dr. J. Dr. J, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's
right.
go. Let's go. I've only been here all day again.
I got here in the 7 o'clock hour and have not gone home.
In all reality, I put more time in on the weekends than I do actually working during the week.
This has been yesterday worked all day. Today worked all day. It'll be nice to get home. I will hit the pillow about 11 minutes after going in my front door.
Yeah.
As the Squish Tender back in action tomorrow, we'll find out who they play coming up here real soon. So another game for the 11 division going on right now at the Alpha Ice Complex. We will keep you up to date on that one. The Penguins advancing to the semifinals there in the 2011 division. They will play at like 8:20, I believe, tomorrow. How are the 12s doing?
We were defeated by Mission. Mission's a great team. They're a fantastic team at that age level. So we lost 6-3. It was a 5-3 game. We brought it back to one goal. It was a 4-3 game. We give up one and then an empty netter at the end of the game to make it a 6-3 game. But boys played really hard. Great puck movement for those boys. Can't be upset about that team. Missions, they're really good at that age group.
So we are underway here. The starting lineup for the Penguins. In net, number 1, Zeke Fegan. Your defense, number 5, David Merlot, and 16, Dalton Julius. The forwards, number 14, Dylan Hartman, 22, MJ McFall, and 24, Brady Parrish, as a puck comes off the glass behind and creates a bit of havoc there for the Penguins in front of the net. A quick early start here for the Rangers.
Well, let's expect a little pushback.
As we come up through, a good give and go here. Gets up on the stick of Parrish, and he tried to hit McFall, who just wasn't ready for it. He didn't expect it to come.
No, I didn't expect it either. Brady made a great play there. He was shimmying around. He went right, went left, and then left the puck for McFall. And honestly, I didn't think he was going to make that play. I would have expected a shot, but hey, regardless, great play by those boys.
The Penguins with an offensive zone face-off here. It'll be real. Trying to cycle it down low to Filiaggi. It'll come back out the center for Starr. Starr tries to fire it in. Evans was still in the zone. Of a neutral zone draw here.
Yeah, Starzy's got to feel that guy's going to put a little body on him once he releases that puck. So he's talking to the official about it.
Face-off will be at center here. I tried to look for that game score. I can't find it, so I may not have it for you. Icing here by Mid-Fairfield. We'll take it all the way to their end. We have Beth Villela, her favorite player, Tino Villela, on the ice right now. She joins us on the chat from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
By the way, Judy, who's she related to? She's
Nene, that's Preston's grandma.
Okay, Preston's grandma. I got it.
I think she's live and in person here.
Oh, she is.
And still on the chat.
Yeah, she's checking
That's
in.
the Cine TV love.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of love there for sure.
Villela to Starzy. Starzy will dump it in. Out to set it up. H. It'll come past the pinching Villela. Good back pressure by Filiaggi. Able to take the puck away. Ooh, a Ranger blew a tire there. Crisscrossing at center of the Penguins. It's Filiaggi in. Onside. Up top. Do real. He'll shove one at the net.
Ooh, that almost snuck underneath there. So
almost got that under the pad. So the Penguins with another offensive zone face-off and another quick line change here. I like that part Penguins getting Gostick, Carter, Harris, Kaminsky, and Ofterhide out.
Yeah, you run that risk when you don't change like 20, 30 seconds that you get hemmed in your own zone, and then it's just a nightmare for you.
You go out and skate hard for 30 to 40 seconds, you are going to be tired.
Yeah.
And you should get off. And if you're not tired, right in, skate hard. And the Penguins are going to take a penalty here. Roughing the call on Kaminsky. All right, so the Penguins will have a penalty kill here early.
Bobby Boucher in the box. I didn't see it.
Take a look on our replay here as player shoved by Paris.
Yeah.
Is that a final? So Ryan, any other games loaded? Ryan Carter updating us on the score. The European Hockey Academy, which we saw on Wednesday. The European Excel Academy upsetting the LA Junior Kings in the 2011 bracket. The Junior Kings, a top 5 team.
Wow.
Falls to the European Excel Academy. So they'll advance to the semifinals as well. They may face our 2011s for the second time. So the Penguins on a penalty kill. There was a face-off there right outside the Ranger end. As Merlot defends to the outside, the Rangers will try to set up the man advantage. In Fairfield, Junior Rangers in their white jerseys, reminiscent of the New York Rangers with a red, white, and blue color scheme. Blue helmet, your Penguins in black jerseys, black pants, black socks, looking just like the big boys, except hopefully not having the same results. The big Penguins down 6-0 when we started this game. And then except for that, also those iconic gold Penzolene helmets.
Yeah, Toronto with only 5 losses this year. So there's probably some expectations up there in Toronto for those boys, huh?
Yep, they would like to bring a cup back to the Great North.
Yeah, there's not been a Canadian team with a with a Stanley Cup win for, I don't know.
Since the Montreal Canadiens in 1993.
Yeah, it's been a while. Watch out.
Backside diving is Villela playing goaltender. He'll kick one out with the pad stacked. Shot from the Rangers is blocked. 5 left on the man advantage for New York as Gostick wedges it out. They'll drive in and cram it all the way down into the Ranger zone.
We got to call him like the human torpedo.
Out come the Rangers through center. A stick lift by McFall. It'll come free for a wrister. It's wide to the blocker side. And Fairfield in their own end. They'll gain confidence. They have yet to get a win this weekend, but they've been in some good games. And this is a team, if you let them get confident, they're going to come and bite you and potentially steal one. So the Penguins have to up this pressure a little bit. And it's always difficult. Game 4 of a weekend, game 2 of the day.
What's also difficult, too, is that we've played this team quite a few times and have not lost to them. I mean, it's been a while. And that's just a team that they're going to steal one from you.
At some point in time,
Yeah.
hopefully not tonight. Update, the Penguins
There was an elbow to
11s
the head.
will play the Chicago Mission tomorrow morning. A team they've played just a few weeks ago in Chicago. As we have an offside play at the line. I thought Dylan kept that.
It looked like it.
Guessing not. Referee right on the line to make a call.
Splitting hairs on that one. It did look like he kept it in, but again.
51,000 of you joining us here. A disturbing stat, Dr. J, that I'd like to correct here, folks. Over 60% of our viewers, not subscribers. So let's correct that. Yes.
Yes, please hit the button.
Hit that subscribe button for us. Log in. Your login will be the same as your Gmail account if you have one, or if you obviously have a YouTube account. Log in and hit that subscribe button for us if you're listening to us live or on replay. Off their head, and Kaminsky will play catch at the top. Kaminsky will rim it all the way around. Back behind the net. I like that play by Filiaggi. First went to Evans, got it back and tried for real in front. That was one of those plays, I think Filiaggi saw 2 steps ahead there, trying to create a better passing lane for another player. As Evans will wedge it up to center. Real couldn't catch up to it, so the Rangers will toss it back in. Ofty back to it. Under pressure, he'll reverse. Kaminsky. That was a good job by Evans. That comes off his heel there.
The play there is the reverse, but Kaminsky went on the left side of the net, which kind of took a little longer to get to. So,
Let's see Filiaggi winding one at the goalie from behind the net. Had a player in that high slot there. Kind of a no look, trying to bank it off the back of the goaltender. It'll be Paris with an offensive zone faceoff.
goes
Human
forward.
missile Gostick with Carter. Speed to the outside, Merlot. Good defensive play there.
Good job.
Great job in front by Julius to tie up the 2-on-2. That defended quite well by the Penguins. A 2-on-2 with speed.
Yeah, that's textbook there.
Lowe and Julius coming up big as Gostick drives one in. Tries the short side there. Just tried to elevate it. Gostick will come off the wall. Julius with the puck now. He'll twist with it. Merlot over for Paris. Paris tries to go between. It'll pop free to Carter for a backhander that is gloved by Fage.
Yeah, Hurt, number 4 of, I can't read his name, I apologize. But he did a great job of getting a stick on that backhand pass, or excuse me, a backhand shot from Carter. Allowing the goaltender to grab that one.
Battled for down low. It'll be Filiaggi taking it away. Here's McFall now. Low to high to Villela. Across to Starzy. McFall, the traffic in front as Star's shot sails wide. Bello retreat a bit and allow the Penguins to maintain possession here in their own end. An indirect feed for Hartman. He'll chip it past Hall. Hall gets a stick to it though and turns it back the other direction. McFall loses the puck on charging Moore for the Rangers. Has it blocked. It'll come free to Hall. Good poke here by Villela. And on comes Hartman for Filiaggi. Back to Hartman. He and Filiaggi down the wing. A little interference there by Hartman as he passed it to Filiaggi and kept that defender away from the Penguin on rushing forward. Hartman takes a bump and another. That won't bother him. As it comes to Star, over to Ofterhide. Ofterhide winding, setting up Filiaggi, and his one-timer just doesn't connect.
Ooh,
Filiaggi will take a hit up high, and it's going to be a penalty. So the Penguins will head to the power play.
Roughing call there.
Second roughing call of the game.
Yeah, he takes a lick and keeps on ticking there.
Luca Filiaggi taking the hit to make a play, and even a bigger play. The Penguins will have the man advantage. It was definitely a hard collision.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, when you watch the play, I don't know that I think it's a penalty. I mean, it's just a hard. He passes the puck up to the point and he gets hit. So
my guess is he thought he came up high.
Yeah.
Evans to reel for a drive.
I'm going to be impartial on this one. I think it was a good hard hit. I mean, it could have been called either way, or not called, I should say.
They chose to call it, I think, setting the precedent earlier on the Kaminsky play as well. That if it looks like you're getting up, you're going to get a rough. The Crime Dog's favorite penalty. Kaminsky picks up his own pass in the corner. Wedges it up the wall, has it rejected. Reversing for Kaminsky. They'll get Evans. Evans will send it all the way across to Paris. Paris and Ofterhide will gain the zone. Paris across to Evans. Winding, firing, bouncing puck. Is blocked by the Rangers and cleared nicely. Here's Julius now Ofty. Up for Paris. Crisscrossings with Evans. Drives the middle. Puck will pop free. Evans and Real kind of came together. Here's Julius with a backhander. Chopping at it in front is Paris. It'll bounce around in that danger area. Merlot stepping to it. Evans will follow on in support. Coming out of the corner. Knocked down, centering one.
Good stick lift by Paris.
Excellent.
Right,
and it comes free to Real. Over to Evans. He'll wind. He'll
there
fire.
It is.
And Cameron Evans has a luxury condo in Roof City, and the Penguins have taken a 1-0 lead on the power play.
Well, you know that play starts with Merlot. It starts with Merlot getting a stick on that puck. He gets it to Evans, he throws it across.
And this stick lift by Paris.
Oh, great little stick lift by Paris. And then reel to Evans for Roof City.
And it also starts with Filiaggi taking a hit
Yeah.
and drawing a penalty and also keeping his cool, because I think that kid also kind of kept giving him a couple extra. Once he saw it was a penalty, he knew he could probably get away with one or two more. And Filiaggi keeping his cool there. So the Penguins, Merlot, Harris, Reel, Filiaggi, Evans, all.
I mean, everybody touched the puck on that play, so.
Excellent work. The Penguins are hopping right back to it on the forecheck with a 1-0 lead here. The announcer, I love the announcer.
Yeah, this young lady, I don't know. I think she just does this because she loves the game of hockey.
They hire her for this tournament to cover some of the stuff, but she's awesome at it.
But I've seen her at the USHL games, and she just loves it.
And she does a phenomenal job. She works the score sheet, the iPad, the announcing, the music, you name it, she does it.
I mean, everything. So.
And look at Gostick on the back check.
Number 9 for Mid-Fairfield's got some wheels, huh?
Yeah, he can scoot.
Yeah.
He can scoot and skedaddle, and a little bit of grit here, too. Has a little give and go out of the corner there. Nice play by Carter and Filiaggi to break up ice. It'll be a bouncing puck off of Gostick. He'll fire one. Blocker side, Fage gets to it. Chopped back to the stick of Gostick. Looking in front, he'll find Starr. I love that play up high, and the puck just couldn't be deflected by McFall, but he'll fire a backhander wide of the cage.
This is the puck possession that I love seeing.
Absolutely. A cross-ice feed there by Filiaggi's picked off. I think it's Scanlon, something like that. Number 9 for them. Quick to keep an eye on him. He'll be an impact player as Hartman gets a stick to it, disrupting a breakout. Hall will gather it though for the Rangers. Under pressure from Filiaggi. He'll play takeaway. His centering pass off the stick of Hall. Back come the Rangers. Still on the ice here. Oh no, maybe that's 8. Now that's 8. 2 quick ones. It'll be tough to tell those apart. He get away here, side of the net. Big save by Fagan. Has he come up big this weekend for the Penguins in his games?
I love it.
Just like Clutter. Fagan standing his ground as he'll have that one come off of his glove. He's got such a dynamic glove hand. Here comes McFall. Cutting into the middle. And player stands up to hit him, takes the worst of it.
That was offside.
And we'll have an offside call here on the Penguins. Will reset in the neutral zone with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the opening fray.
What I like about Fagan is he had a little rough start in the beginning of the season, but the boys battled back, so you got to give him props for that.
His ability to track a puck, he's an incredibly athletic goaltender. But you should see him on the lacrosse field. He can shoot a lacrosse ball faster than almost any kid I've seen at that age. Just an absolute phenomenal shot, the way he creates torque. A stellar athlete. You can see it in the athleticism and the way he makes saves. Great hand-eye coordination.
He must get it from his dad. Not. No, I'm just kidding.
Filiaggi with the back pressure as a puck comes across. That's Scranton number 9. We're getting a heavy dose of him here. Back out for the Rangers. Cross for Kaminsky. He'll chop it up the wall. He'll find Jack Reel. Jack Reel off the back skate of Evans. Right to a Ranger defenseman. Good play by Filiaggi to dislodge. Here comes Evans. He'll drive in. Looking, trying to drag it to the middle. He's knocked away. Reel gets a stick to it. Now Filiaggi battling.
Boys, I'd like to see the D move up a little bit. Jeez.
Evans down to Reel, all by himself, turning in, and he lifts it just over the net.
I think the puck rolled on him a little bit. He wasn't able to get a good shot on it. Oh, good try.
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
Evans knocked down, and back come the Rangers. Scranton will fire it in behind Fagan, who's out there. Set it up for Ofterhoff.
That's a really good stop there because
excellent.
That turns into an offensive play for the Mid-Fairfield team.
100%. Here's Filiaggi in.
Nice
all the way
pass.
across the reel in front for Carter for a redirect. Then stopped by Fage. 3-on-2 developing here for the Rangers. Sullivan, as Julius defends the outside, gets a stick on a shot, and disrupts the play as a bouncing puck will come free. Gostic's going to be free.
Bye-bye.
He comes in, weaving inside, outside, just can't get the shot off, but controls the puck. All the way across. Paris has it roll off of his stick as he tried to release. He's still got possession. He'll find Carter with a shot down low. That deflects about. Penguins forecheck getting to pressure as they'll take over now at their own line. It's Merlot and Julius connecting. Merlot's pass. Intercepted. It's sent all the way across. Julius will get there. Chopping it up for Gostic. Gostic will find Carter.
Oof.
Carter just has to come off his stick, but Gostic there in support. Winding, firing one. That'll rise up and over the cage. Stepping up Villela at the line. It'll be offside.
Yeah, Tino was put in a kind of a difficult situation there.
Right.
He either pinches, and he knows he's going to knock the puck in the offensive zone, and it's going to be a whistle.
It's one of those calculations. Do I back up? But he had the forwards coming back.
Yeah.
So he had that. He knew he had the support to step up. But by the time he makes that read, the puck comes out.
You know, when you have delayed offside, go.
Yeah.
In that particular case, it's just kind of a difficult decision for him. So
It'll be Hall for the Rangers. D-to-D play, and it's ramped up off a stick. That's a good zone exit dump in there. And it's obviously a set kind of strategy for them as they had the forwards just flying into the offensive zone on that.
I love the pace of this game.
Quick,
Yeah,
good hard game.
It definitely looks faster, and the pace is much harder than the first game.
Playoff hockey.
Yeah.
Brings out the best in everybody as the Penguins get it deep. Filiaggi trying to get it in front. He had McFall. Good defensive play. McFall takes a shot up high.
Yeah, I mean,
That was more of a rough than I thought the other one.
well, the mid Fairfield guy knew he was going to get hit, and he threw the hands up high. So, but he easily been a penalty there. But
That horn will indicate the end of the first period of 3 in the semifinal game here, right, to move on to the championship of the Midwinter Classic here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, hosted by the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite and Dick's Sporting Goods. So first period analysis here, Coach
hey,
Jay.
I love it. Good. I mean, it was a good period for both boys, both teams.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought the Rangers really showed push early on. Penguins were able to kind of get their game back together. This game could be even higher scoring. We had a couple rolling pucks kind of get weird. You know, the Penguins have had a couple in tight chances. Gostic, real. We had the bouncing puck that kind of went over Parrish's stick. But at the other side, we've had the Rangers kind of not connect on a couple of things as well.
And I think Fagan's been really strong in this first period. So,
I agree.
Good job by these boys. So
1-0 here. And you know there's a game across the way going on as well.
Jack Real left the ice. I'm not sure if he needs a new skate, a new stick. Maybe he's got to hit the restroom. I'm not exactly sure, but
oh yes, speaking of new sticks, this is a first. I walk into the rink, coming from Squish's game into this game. Cameron's already here. Cameron's walking through the lobby, taping his stick. His stick broke. It must have already been broken.
It broke while he was taping it.
He went to take the tape off, and the blade popped off the stick.
Hey, better now than on the ice, right?
So I've never spent $300 on a stick in pregame, like in pregame tape jobs.
It happens. It happens.
Oh boy.
I think they'd like steel reinforce those sticks. I know they don't want them heavy, but geez, they take a lot of abuse.
She does the score. She does the shot clock too. Right now, Marcy has the shot clock at 12-7 in favor of the Penguins.
You know, it'd be nice to get her on the broadcast one day. Just get a little behind the scenes look on her.
She'd be electric.
Yeah, what does she do? Why? Does she just love the game that much, or? I mean, it's probably not the money. You know, can't imagine she's getting paid that much to do this. I mean,
that puck was played back by Kaminsky, missed off their high. The Penguins are kind of pinned in now. Real will fire it up. Can Evans get free?
And
he doesn't have the angle, but he will win the race. Bouncing puck comes to Paris, and he shoots it wide.
Yeah, the thing was rolling, and then it was like a bocce ball almost, or just kept rolling right to the front of the net. So
an aggressive play there by the goaltender to come out. Megan will set it up. Fires it right to the Rangers, and then bails himself out.
You know, Fagan's actually one of the best puck-playing goaltenders I've seen, especially at this age, and it just fluttered on him a little bit.
Right there, though, both defensemen bailed on him and went to the boards. Nobody really picked the guy up. Like, you kind of want to stay in front of the guy charging in and let him play it to one of you guys. Little communication mishap, perhaps. 45 seconds in. We'll see a good line change here. Fresh bodies on for the Pens. Carter run into it. Definitely a physical game here as Fagan will slap that mitt down on top of the puck and get a whistle. You're watching the Midwinter Classic semifinal here on Cine TV. 1-1 Mission and Sabres in the other semifinal. They tied earlier in the tournament, so that should be a good game. A little back and this one, Julius trying to play it around. It's batted out in front and swatted at the cage. Fagan able to make that save.
Yeah, Mission's just one of those teams that if you let them hang around, they're going to put pucks in the net.
Super skilled, good physical squad. You want to wish Connor O'Gara the best. He was injured in the game with the Penguins he returned to Chicago as a pass comes in front from Gostick that deflects in by Carter and is stopped. Filiaggi off the wall. He'll shoot one. That's blocked. His second shot blocked by the same kid. Here's Gostick in front for Filiaggi's one-timer that skips through the top of the crease.
That's a tough one-timer, but
he got it off.
Yeah.
The dangerous play. 3-on-2 developing here. Carter with the back check. Rothstein will cut into the middle. He's a skilled player for them. He takes a bump from Julius, and the Penguins are right back the other way. Here comes Gostick. Darting across the offensive zone. Winding and firing, and it's Jack Gostick.
Jack Gostick, 1-on-3. He cuts to the middle. Nobody really picks him up. I mean, he's just like, I'm going to skate through a bunch of guys and fire a wrist shot on net. Beats a goaltender on the blocker side.
Oh, baby. Sausage and gravy. The Penguins lead 2-0.
I mean, sharp angle shot. Maybe mid-Fairfield Tendy was a little deep in the net, but great individual effort by Gostick there.
Star to it early in the second. Banking it off the boards, chopping at it Hartman. Following on is McFall. Now Paris in flight into the offensive zone. I know Penguins can't fly. Can Big Birds fly? He's moving.
No.
Isn't sure.
Big Bird is very low heavy.
Oh, kind of like our announcing crew.
Yeah.
Here come the Rangers.
Great footwork by Starr there.
Able to peel off one and attack the other, freeing the puck up. He defended two at one time there. Here comes Harris. In flight again. Might have to pick a new bird like the condor.
Yeah, they put that to rest, though. Too expensive to maintain.
Back come the Rangers.
That would be the Concorde, not the Condor.
Right. Bird plane. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's MJ McFall flying into the offensive zone with it.
Oh, he just missed the upper right corner there.
He had it. He thought he had it. I thought he had it. Just elevates it over that corner. McFall will take a bump, but stays right with it. His tenacity. I love it.
There's not a shift I see him take off. I really don't.
No.
I don't.
Puck is deflected in by Hartman. Filiaggi hopping to it. He'll leave it low for Real. It'll be picked up by the Rangers. Swatted out by Evans. Trying to come away with it. It'll be Kaminsky now. Back for Filiaggi. Filiaggi has it knocked away. Kaminsky will take over.
Careful here. Uh-oh.
The Rangers take it away, and they'll bury one at Scranton. That play starts with a turnover at their offensive blue line by the Penguins. And then he was able to take the puck off Kaminsky's stick.
He's got to take a breath. It's okay. Take a breath there.
$10:59 to go. And the Rangers have made it a 1-goal game. Rothstein will deflect it in. Fagan will set it up. Playing it to the outside off of Filiaggi. Rangers get control. Inside out play. Rothstein takes advantage. The Penguins, Reel and Evans came together there. Reel was coming from one side, Evans the other. Shot from the point will be blocked by Julius. He'll start the counterattack. Penguins can have numbers. It'll be Filiaggi. Evans drives. Reel to the high slot. Reel will follow on. He tries to shoot one. That's blocked.
Oh, good play.
A great play by Filiaggi to find Reel for a one-timer.
Is that Sam Rothstein from Casino?
Yeah. Love that movie.
Great flick.
Back in behind. Good read by Filiaggi to pick it off. He'll chop it off the boards to Evans. Gets control at the Penguin blue line. Up for Villela. Wedging it in. Kept at the line. Merlot. His shot. Wide of the cage. Reel to it. Jack Reel across. Off the stick of Star. In front for Filiaggi. And he can't connect on that one-timer. It's the second or third time. Reel looks at Evans in a sneaky little shot to turn the wrists over and fire it at the net.
That's almost one where you wish Filiaggi was left-handed there, where you could just tap it in. But
yeah.
trying to one-time that. That was a missile across the crease there by Star. It's like hitting the 95-mile-an-hour fastball there. Oh, is that the infamous Nate Nenavisa over there?
It is.
It is.
A big crowd here to watch the Penguins.
He must be bored. Saturday night, 9:40. His brother, an assistant coach with the Penguins.
Toby, what a guy he is.
I believe it's the 14th.
They're like twins.
One looks like Gru. And I don't know, not. Yeah, Toby helps out with the 14s, I believe, and then the 8s as well. So.
And with a tricky shot that's handled by Fagan. Penguins will get a change here. Kaminsky firing it around. McFall will get to it. Penguins try to exit the zone. Pan with a shot. Fagan will direct it to the area behind the cage. Kaminsky has it taken away. Filiaggi will battle for it. He's bumped. Able to still wedge it further for Ofterheide. The outside for Hartman. Tries to get it to Filiaggi. Can't quite do it. The puck is rolling around. Finally, Kaminsky will find Filiaggi. He's in. Run into by Hall. Hartman runs into a Ranger. The physicality.
Yeah, she's not afraid to throw. She's not afraid to throw the body in there, huh? I like it.
Nope.
There was another young lady we played against in Silver Sticks.
As Filiaggi fires one into the chest protector, it's held on to.
Yeah, I believe she's been on this team for years now. I'm pretty sure, like when we were Squirts, she was still with these boys. So good for her.
Excellent defenseman.
Great
defense
skater.
Lady.
Defense person.
As the Rangers will ice it. We'll come back to this end.
Good skater.
A one-goal game here. Almost halfway through the contest. And William Nylander has made it a touchdown for the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Penguins, 7-0. Evans centers one for Real. Goes back to Evans in the corner. Real behind the net. Dancing with it. Finds Paris. Paris. Across the top of the zone for Merlot. His shot. Gloved and held by Fage. Another offensive zone face-off coming here. It'll be Paris to the dot. Near side circle. Another Ranger zone. One cleanly back to the fine wine Merlot. Down low for Real. Looking up and he finds a Ranger. He'll tap it back to center, but Merlot will get control. He was trying for Merlot at the point. Here's Evans. Into the middle. Scranton there to pick it off. Harris will turn him to the outside. Evans pressures. Scranton around him. Weaving in. Firing one wide of Fagan. Harris battles along the boards. I'll play it behind. Off the side of the Penguin goaltender. Out comes Evans. With speed. 1-on-2. He'll carry it to the outside. He's got Paris going in. He tries to shoot it back across the green. As the Rangers will fire it all the way across. Here's Villela with the puck. That off the boards for Real. Chop that. Followed on Carter. Carter fresh at legs on the ice. His shot blocked, but he'll pick it up behind the net now. Carrying around, finding Starzy at the point. Hard down low for Real. Real takes a hit. Maintains possession and he'll find Villela. Across the Star. Star with a drive. That goes wide of the net. Penguins will need to be careful here. They got a couple forwards who've been out a while. Carter's shot goes off of a stick, and I thought I almost caught that near side post there.
It looked like there was a little triangle of space, didn't it?
Good job by Real here to get off. Looks like Paris going as well, so the Penguins will complete the line change as icing goes off the skate of Star. Protects himself as he gets control behind, and it'll be a slashing call coming up here on the Rangers. Slashing the stick out of Star's hand, the Penguins will go to the man advantage.
Yep, when you're chopping wood, they're going to get you.
So the Penguins have a power play goal. Let's see if they can add another. Out of town scoreboard. Sabres 2, Mission 1. Puck is banked off the boards. Penguins with the power play here. It's Carter, Hartman, Gostick. Here's Gostick with it. Over to Kaminsky. Up to Gostick, back to Kaminsky. He'll fire one, down low, rebound to Hartman. He'll send it all the way across, Ofterheide with it. Back for Hartman. Penguins moving the puck well as he'll fire it in front. It just goes behind Ofterheide. Gostick will be defending an on-charging Ranger here as he'll step up and lay the boom. Gostick will end up with the puck after a play by Kaminsky, and he tries to go through a player.
Yeah, I believe the mid-Fairfield guy's going to get it for a high hit, hands up to the face.
And Jack Gostick, right here, skates away. In the like nice job to keep his cool. Get back to the Penguin bench.
Yeah, I mean, he was aggressive at our blue line. I think it was a clean hit, shoulder down, and then they're calling him for a high stick. We got a 5-on-3 here for 46 seconds, so.
Rangers will make a change of their defense. Scranton and Pan will be out. Harris is tied up. Puck dislodged. Harris will get to it. He'll find Kaminsky. Cross to Ofty. Ofty. Kaminsky. Looking for Evans. Evans. Control along the half wall. Trying to fire it through the box. I don't altogether love that, but I do like the effort to try to get it back. Kaminsky will keep it. Off the boards to Evans. Evans in front. Paris. One more pass. One more feed. It's over there. Here it is.
There it
Filiaggi got
is.
to it. Evans to Paris to Filiaggi.
I mean, it was sort of a broken play, but Filiaggi is able to corral the puck, dip to the right, and slide it in and make it a 3-1 game.
Huge power play goal, and it comes with during the first of the 2 penalties.
Yeah.
The Penguins will still have a minute 2.
Well, I'm going to
of man advantage
give Cam props and not props, but props for back checking there hard. The cross ice pass was maybe suspect.
Yeah.
But you know what? He recovered. So
Yeah, you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
It's the stick-to-itiveness there. I know I appreciate it from him. So
be nice to him later.
I'll try. we still have a lot of game to
when
go.
he's eating his salmon at midnight.
Filiaggi will have him.
Oh,
trying to cut in.
I think he had the edge there. I think if he keeps going, he's got the edge.
Real and Kaminsky along the wall as the Penguins still with the power play here. 34 to go, and it's 34 with it. Down to 10. In front for Kaminsky.
Good stick tie up there by mid-Fairfield.
Real at the top of the zone. Over to Evans. I'm sorry, Filiaggi. Down low to Evans for a redirect. That was filthy.
19 seconds left. They're going to get a D change here.
I'll mention it again. I love how Filiaggi kind of winds up, especially on the power play, gets speed, and it catches the puck moving towards the opponent net.
He's never standing still.
It wreaks absolute havoc on defense.
Well, it's hard, too, because as a defenseman, you're almost flat-footed at times, and then you got a guy coming at you going 50 miles an hour. Got a little rim play here.
It'll be Evans.
There
in front for Real. It's just behind him. Now, a great job by Merlot to keep it and find Filiaggi for the one-timer. He got better wood on that one, but it sails high. Here's Merlot. A shot blocked. Filiaggi. 1 second left. Penguins got to be a little careful here. As Filiaggi drives.
That's all right, David. Get up there. We have puck possession.
Near side shot. Come free. Evans with a drive. That's blocked. Second one. It forces it down low to Real. Real turning at the top of the slot. He'll fire one. That's blocked. Filiaggi now. Evans will swat it out of the air and just miss. They're going to call a high stick.
I don't know. I'll give the referee benefit of the doubt there. He's standing right next to it. But
yeah, high stick on the puck will bring it all the way back into the Penguin end. It'll be...
Yeah, Real throws the puck to the net. It bounces. Or no, I'm sorry. It was Filiaggi throws it to the net. It bounces up, and Cam bats it out of the air.
It was right there at the crossbar, so
Yeah,
I'm going to say this must have been across over it. So not going to fight with the referee on that one. It'll give the Penguins here a chance on a rush. It's McFall. Has it poked away, but he stays with it. Takes a bump, works it deeper to Hartman. Hartman pinned against the boards. Battle for it. Here's MJ McFall up top. Julius. Knocked out of the air by the Rangers. They'll come back the other way. Rothstein drives one. It'll be Fegan to gather that in the paraphernalia and get a whistle. Those are tricky shots there for goaltenders because they're usually trying to kick the rebounds away. That's like right above the pad. Able to gobble it up.
Hey, he's able to use the breadbasket there and no rebound. Palolo around the net.
The MJ up for Paris.
That was offsides.
And it will be an offside call. Like I said, I'm getting you some stripes, buddy. You're on it.
Must be the Sam Adams.
And jumping up for the Rangers with a shot. They're trying Fegan's 5-hole. Equal to that one. Rothstein, I believe, off the wall. I'm sorry, that's not Rothstein. That's, can't tell from this distance. As Hartman will swipe it all the way down. No icing.
They could have called it, but
The back referee did not
he
have
didn't
his
even
hand
raise
up.
his arm up, but maybe they figured a defenseman could have skated a little harder at it.
Hartman crashing down the wall. Will find Paris, now Starr. Starr with a drive down low, deflected in front, but gathered in by Fachin. It'll be a whistle.
Hank was out shooting 21-14. I mean, I believe we definitely had a better of the play in the second period. We had that 5-on-3, scored on that.
I thought there was a little bit of a lull where maybe the puck movement wasn't as crisp. But they've seemed to have corrected it. Gostick from the side of the net trying to force it in front. His shot will be gloved by Fage. Faceoff will come in the Ranger end. Iliadji to take it. Rangers win it and fire it behind their own net. And now they'll ice it. It'll come all the way back.
I have my lovely daughter here with me, Miss Millie. How was public skating? Yeah.
Did you bend your knees? You get a good knee bend, good power stride going? Get a good knee bend and power stride. We were going to go power skating.
Yeah. Fortunately, she has a couple brothers with the hockey skates, so we were able to hand those over to her. Now they hurt her feet because she's not used to them, but good to see her out.
Iliadji tried to turn one in front. Back will come the Rangers. Granton cutting to the middle. Poked at by Kaminsky. Here's Ofterhide. Now Iliadji. He worked over to back to Ofterhide. Ofterhide to the red line, and a little tricky dump there. He tried to lift it up. It didn't kind of get up in the air, but it got through the wickets instead. Works the same way. Here's Gostick with it. Oh, he comes right across the line and has it just get out of the zone on him. Right. No, I'm not. Oh, I just won a liquor basket.
Oh, no way.
Oh, buddy.
Is that?
I'm getting snookered.
Get out of here.
I
win one. Oh,
you won the Nike. That was my favorite.
Sweet.
Oh, my goodness. I'm a big wiener.
And I got a putter.
I think the putter's mine, buddy.
Oh, that's Jeremy's.
It might be Cameron's putter. As Iliadji comes in, forehand, backhand. I'm blowing the game here, folks. I'm not saying anything as I celebrate my booze. I gotta share some of this one. The Armstrong ladies over to celebrate. Oh my God, I thought that was your sister.
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to share some of this with you. You pulled my number.
Melissa. My wife.
Bobby, get our prizes.
And I want a plant.
Yeah.
More plants.
Big winners here in the Cine Oven.
Oh, snap.
I wanted that one too.
Yeah,
I wanted either one. I won this one.
I love it.
Big winners here. Squish won one year. Oh, we're getting schnockered in the oven.
We're popping bottles tonight, baby.
The 2010 family's rewarded for all of our hard work helping the 11s.
I've never won anything in my life.
That's not true. You're
It's
married.
a leg.
You won when you got married.
It's a leg.
Yeah, that's a magic bullet.
You get a custom pair of shoes. You can buy whatever shoes you want.
Yeah, you got shoes, you got a massage gun and a massage ball.
Love it.
I like that massage ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a yoga mat there.
I was picking on him. I was like, I need to win one of these. Yeah. I got a Trattoria gift certificate.
$100 well spent. And then apparently I win some sort of plant, as if my house doesn't look like Phipps Conservatory.
It is Phipps Jr. in there.
Yeah.
Did you win like a bird to live in your plant? Because
I-
did your wife try to have birds once they rescued him?
Oh
out
yeah,
of
we did. We
out
caught
of
him
a
Lemmy.
drain?
We caught him Lemmy, because we found him in the Lemieux Center. He was a
you had all the
mockingbird.
swallows too. That
Yeah,
were
he was
in
a
your backyard.
mockingbird.
It was big winners here. Beth Malella happy for us.
Sweet.
All right, big winners.
I don't know what that is, Carter. Open it up.
These people don't get it. They've missed like 10 minutes of this game because we've
Sorry.
been celebrating.
Sorry, 15 minutes left in the game here. 3-1 Pens.
We'll switch sides. We'll put 15 minutes on the clock, and we'll settle this one on a 200 by 85 sheet of frozen water.
It's also 10 o'clock at night, so.
Here's Starr over to Reel. He has a bounce off of his twig. Starr back up. Sullivan cutting to the middle. Starr D to D. Over for Villela. Up to Paris. What a feed. Paris is through. Firing a backhander, and he just comes off the goaltender's pad. Back come the Rangers. Play disrupted. It'll be
here we
Reel.
go.
Reel and Paris. Reel looking. He'll fire short side. Couldn't connect. That'll act as a bit of a breakout here, but the Penguins regain control in the neutral zone. Starr now. Round one. Up the outside. I think he was looking at Evans. It came off a Reel, but right to Paris. Paris with another one-on-one move, trying to swat it into the middle to Evans. Evans will get to it along the wall instead. He tries to fire up that wall. Hall will pick it off as Evans was buried on the play. A feed in front will come off of Feg into the corner. Good rebound control there. Harris giving it over for Ofterhide. Now Reel. Reel. In onside. Evans will drive. He has Ofterhide in the high slot.
I
What
liked
a
it.
filthy dish. And he just sends it off the pad. Iliagi comes together with a Ranger in front of their bench as the puck lofts up and over the Ranger bench, over by the Penguins.
Filthy
the
little
big Penguins.
sauce. Filthy little sauce by Reelsy there to Ofterhide. And he almost gives it back to him for a little tip in, but
That was a bolognese right there,
oh
buddy.
my Lord, I loved it. You know, nothing makes a parent or anyone more excited to watch the team effort here, the puck movement, the unselfishness. I love it all.
Fall chops at it. There's a big difference in the Penguins when they have it and when they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Bouncing puck this weekend, they've had it.
Yeah, I've said
Come free. A shot that's wide of the Penguins' cage. Hartman will battle at center. Ball now off their hide. Up for Filiaggi. He chops it back, but it's picked off. Here's Pan. To the point, Schwartz has it roll past the stick. Hartman with the pressure. Just couldn't scoot by.
They almost were getting him for a penalty there, but I saw the referee put his whistle up to his mouth, but
He's in between there.
yeah.
The tweener call. As Hartman will give Schwartz a shot in front of the net. Crisscrossing in come the Rangers. 2-on-3. Good back check to tie it up by Filiaggi. And a good save by Fagan on the shot.
Yeah, awesome job by Fagan. Hit him in the chest and corral that rebound. No easy rebounds right now.
Here's Paris. Gathering his own face-off. Up for Carter. Carter indirect off the boards for Paris. He'll chop at it. Look at the slash across by Gostick. Here he'll get control. Wristing one that goes wide of the glove, but not by a lot. That was a heck of a shot.
Yep.
Julius keeps it at the point and sends it deep. Carter up for it. Gostick will gather it. Back for Merlot is one-timer. He fans on it. Back come the Rangers. They switch off. Good job there by the Penguin defense to switch off, but in comes Scranton weaving through, and Fagan will get it.
Yeah, so Julius cuts across there, plays the mid-Fairfield right winger. I don't know what you want to call him there, but and then it just kind of trickles through, and Fagan with a good save there.
Real good. Keeping this a 2-goal game. Keeping that insurance goal on the board. Saw the Penguins give up that insurance goal earlier. in a 3-2 win against the Sabres.
Yeah, we don't need to make this a game, huh?
It's a tight one,
Yeah.
but it doesn't need to get tighter, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind a little breathing room in our direction here soon. That might come right now off Gostick if he just had to kind of bounce off his back skate there. Sullivan centers one, but it'll be picked off by the Penguins. Carter back to it. Chopping it out. Couldn't get it past the on-charging Ranger with a backhander in front that'll skitter through the crease but wide of the net. Back to the point. All the way across. Great puck movement, and what a shot.
Mid-Fairfield makes it a 1-goal game.
That was a great feed by that defenseman to fire it across.
Yeah, hard shot.
Elevated up over the blocker.
Yeah, they go low to high and then across to that.
That was reminiscent of Cameron's goal earlier.
Very nice. Not much Fagan could do about that one. Just perfectly placed shot. Now they made it more of a game. 11:15 left in the third period here, so.
Expect to see the Rangers gain some confidence from that as they come in 2-on-2 with a shot. That'll come off Fagan's glove. Kaminsky to it. He's angled into. Evans pressures. Couldn't get control. Ofterheid'll sling it up to Filiaggi. He's 1-on-2. Will go around one. Is it knocked away by the second, but keeps control and fires it at the net.
Should be ice.
And we get an icing call here. Just over 10 and a half to go. Offensive zone draw. It'll be Filiaggi to the dot. Ofterheide and Kaminsky on the back end for the Penguins here. Puck banked off the wall behind. Granton with it.
Ooh, this boy's
He's
got some
weaving
scoots,
through.
huh?
Kaminsky defends. We'll battle along the boards here. Laid up to the point, Ju. Puts it to the corner, Kaminsky will win that race, but it has it taken away. Back to the point again, a D-to-D play by the Rangers.
That's
Will come out of the zone.
A little newfound life by the Rangers here, huh?
Yeah,
They're buzzing.
referee giving a little look there. One of the Rangers got the puck on his stick and then flipped it well over the referee's head into the corner. I don't usually love that. We also want to, of course, give well wishes to Penguins players Carter Schub and Cruz Armstrong. This will be the Penguins' last action until mid-January, so hopefully one or both can be back at that point in time. Here's Paris, cutting through. He's defended well. Number 2 for them is excellent. The one who made that pass across. Great little defenseman. I didn't say little, great young defenseman, I should say. As McFall with the back
That's
pressure.
offside.
So yeah, that was gonna be close.
The back pressure is what caused that offside. So, those are things that, you never see on a score sheet. You never see on highlight reels.
Right now, Buffalo leading 3-1 over the Mission. Over at the Island Sports Complex, as Merlot will reverse for Julius. He'll go up the wall for Gostick, a one-touch to Filiaggi in flight. He has to go off his backhand, but he'll pressure in the forecheck. Twisting with it, Carter. We'll go back to Julius, across to the fine line. Merlot will dump it in. H will set it up for the Rangers. Good pressure by Carter. He plays takeaway behind the net. Following on Filiaggi. Will battle all the way to the corner. Harder there in support. Two Penguins dig along with a pair of Rangers. It'll be Filiaggi coming away with it. Chop back to the point for Merlot. He'll fire one at the net. That's blocked. Back come the Rangers. A 4-on-3 potential here. He'll drive through, firing a backhander wide of Fagan. Chopped that by Julius. Here's Julius carrying it out of the zone. All the way to center. He's pressured. He'll fire it deep. I think this is the official Miller down here on the short side, on the near side here. He's usually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The puck will come free to the Rangers and over the line. Loft it deep and look for a line change. Here comes Starr in flight
Got some
with
speed
speed.
here.
He's a shooting star.
Yeah, he's 1-on-4 right now.
That is what he is. As the Penguins are changing, he tried to force it through to Paris. A cross ice pass by the Rangers will connect. Defending Villela perfectly to the outside.
Ooh, careful.
He'll get run hard into the wall.
Good job by Villela there to keep that player wide.
And also to not turn his back and get boarded.
Yeah.
As the Rangers try to put one through. Good tie up by Starr in front. And a great stick by Villela again. Evans will snap it across. Real. Back to Evans.
Oh,
he's got speed.
edge.
Can he get an angle? He'll wind. He'll fire it. It's just wide.
I don't think
Real.
he got all that shot, but good attempt there by Cam.
Here's Paris working the corner. Battling. Now Evans behind the net. It'll be the Rangers in the opposite corner. Evans will take over, though. Trying to reverse down low. It didn't have any help down that way.
Yeah, Brady was in a 1-on-2, and that's what we're talking about is a puck support there. So, I mean, Brady's not going to beat two players on a routine basis. So, we need a little help there.
Oh, bad
Get
puck.
out.
Battle for it. After I don't lose that, it's 3-on-2 as the Penguins were changing. Good stick by Kaminsky. Getting deep. Or I guess the Penguins weren't changing. They were just headed the other way because it's still the same three forwards. Battling down low. It'll be the Rangers coming away. Penguin turnover here, resulting in some pressure. And the Penguins get an exit. They will. It'll be out to center, no further. Hall will fire it, but Paris there to take it away. Looking in front. He tried for Evans. Good defensive play. Counter attack coming here. Paris will head off. Merlot will defend as it comes off Julius and up and over the cage.
Oh, I thought he redirected that into the net.
Rio gets a stick to it. Gostick now with speed. Evans has to get off. Gostick will drive in. Rio somehow stays on side. Gostick shot rises up over the cage off of a stick. McFall out there. We see the speed of Gostick and McFall. We've seen them connect before. Here's Julius now. Over for Merlot. Off the skate of McFall. He seems hobbled. If he's hobbled, get off, MJ.
Yeah.
Get off. Oh, he'll stay on, and now he's got his speed back. So there we go. Here's Gostick, winding, firing off the pad. MJ through, looking for a rebound. He'll push it further to Gostick. Penguins with a 1-goal lead. Now we want to make sure we see that F3 high, at least above these centers, as McFall's decked.
Yeah, 5 minutes left in this game. Can't take any unnecessary chances right now.
Here's Gostick in that F3 position, making him come through multiple Penguins. Good block by Villela. Penguins got to keep the shift short and an F3. Fall digs it out, has it taken back. Rangers will jam it behind the Penguins. Net, it's Starr in flight.
Good job by Starr to wheel there and get that puck out.
He's playing speed in his own end. I love it.
Yeah.
Here comes McFall down the wing.
Yep.
Lose an edge, and he and Bartman will end up in a battle. It's fired out the center. It'll be off their high. Now Kaminsky. Up to Gostick. Gostick will dump it in. Penguins getting a change.
Sort of dump.
E-to-D play. Chop that by Carter.
Good stick by Cam there.
Oh, good play. It'll free things up to Kaminsky. Drawers with it. They'll fire it across. It's chopped up into the Penguins bench. A couple left wings on the ice here, so I think Cameron switching over to the right side. He's out there with Carter.
Yeah, play both sides. It doesn't matter. Sometimes being on your off wing is an advantage to
You
you.
have that shooting lane,
You know,
that one-timer capability.
it makes it difficult in the D zone.
It's actually where he scored from earlier, was the right side. Ian Carter actually switch it up here. Scranton will gain the zone. He'll wrist one over Fegan. Lofty to it. Chops it forward to Carter. Out the center. Can Evans catch it? He's got Schwartz. Can he beat him? He will. He'll wrist one and it goes off the iron and over the net. Evans stays right with it though. Across the top, feeding Ofterhide. Now Evans again. Makes a chop, carries it free. In front, it's got Carter. He wedges it just off the goaltender. Back in front, Filiaggi. He'll find Evans. Wrist shotting one. It'll come off of Carter and wide. Penguins with some chances here at the 3-minute mark. Filiaggi out of the corner. In front, looking for Evans. It'll be knocked to the corner.
Stay high, Carter.
Fakes one way. The other for Filiaggi. From behind the net, wedging it in front.
Ah, great play.
Good back pressure by Filiaggi to disrupt. Ofterhide with it. Now Carter. Carter up to Filiaggi. Evans getting a change. Filiaggi into the corner. Penguins get fresh defense on there, too.
Best defense here is offensive zone play, is it, right?
Yeah. 200 feet away from Fegan is the best place for that biscuit, other than in the Ranger net. Would be my other
Rangers dump. He really behind the line there, huh?
Good shift there by the Pens. Now we're going to follow up Paris, Gostick, Real.
2:32 left in the period here. 3-2 Pens. Exciting game.
It'll be Paris. Winning it cleanly to Real. Across to Julius. His wrist shot's blocked. It'll exit the zone. Julius will get to it, though. As it roll off of his stick, it's gathered in by Starr. Starr under pressure. He'll bank it up off the boards. Swatting at it, Gostick. He'll get it free to center to Paris. Paris drives in. Onside.
Keep it low, Brady. There you
Here's
go.
Gostick. Shooting one. That'll come off of his stick. Real in the opposite corner. He was already over there. Raiding that one. As a shot from the points blocked. Here come the Rangers. Look at the back check by Gostick. All effort. Gotta be careful with that. Right there as a shot comes in. Fegan will deflect it to the outside. Julius with it. He'll loft it up. The net empty at this side. Real. Now Gostick fires it at the cage. No, I thought he was at the line. That's close. I think this official's saying no. He was saying maybe no to Jack Gostick. Miller telling him it was about a foot behind. We have the benefit of replay. We'll be able to see it here in a second. Minute 43. It was behind.
He was
Good
behind.
call.
It was the right call.
Timeout Rangers.
No home field advantage on that call, huh?
Nope. So the Rangers will take a timeout. Their net empty at one end. A minute and 42 seconds on the clock.
That'd be a 5.
Minute 45 seconds on the clock.
Nothing that really matters, but
I have not hit that basket yet, but it sounds like I may have.
I'm eyeing it up.
We want to thank everybody here for joining us, and we want to remind you to click that subscribe button below.
I don't think this putter is going to make you a better putter.
I don't think any putter could make me a better putter.
It's got good balance to it, though.
We can talk trade.
Looks like a spaceship.
It does. I've never used one of the fancy ones like that. I always go with the mini golf style.
Well, give it a try. I mean, there's not going to hurt.
It can't hurt my golf
It's not going to
game.
make your golf game any worse.
I might want to use it as a driver as bad as my game is.
You might want those clubs that like Roddy Dangerfield used where he hit a button and it just blasted the ball down the fairway.
So the Penguins will throw 5 out.
Empty net.
It'll be Paris, Filiaggi, Evans, Kaminsky, Starr. Your 5 flightless birds defending a 1-goal lead. Paris in the corner, wedging it up for Evans. He'll fire it. Oh, if he would have seen Filiaggi, he would have had him.
That's all right.
He would have seen it. Filiaggi would have been on a breakaway with
an
no
empty
goalie.
net. Yeah. Here's where you got to get into shot lanes. You got to block shots and box people out in front of the net.
Filiaggi on the faceoff will win it and fire it all the way down. That catches its edge. Otherwise, I don't know if that's icing, if it doesn't turn up on end.
He looked like he put a little mustard behind that one.
But we'll come back again in minute 26.
We killed about 10 seconds off the clock so far.
I think it was actually 19. Remember, it was 45.
Oh, yeah,
I couldn't
45.
count. Kaminsky tied up and able to fire it across for Paris. Paris up the wall for Starr. Starr and Filiaggi battling. Paris now. And we kept at the point. Fired just past Paris. Penguins pack it in. Rothstein with it. Down to the half wall. They'll trade off in front. Zeke Fagan with the save of the day. As Evans gets it to Paris, he'll wedge it out the center. All the way to the Ranger zone.
Fagan.
A 10-beller.
Oh, he kicks that left pad out. Get that out of here.
Rangers get to the Penguins line.
Oh, we got really lucky.
Filiaggi will get it, and it'll end up in the net. Luca Filiaggi able to get the empty netter and give the Penguins that cushion.
You need a little puck luck, and that puck hit the referee.
It would have been an icing. Instead, it's an empty net goal.
Yeah, that clearing attempt hits the referee, drops right down to Filiaggi, and he's got a empty netter.
So the Penguins with 45 left. Rangers will advance it into their end. Ranger goaltender staying in here. Rangers back to it, 3-on-2 potential.
That was offside.
Good back check by Reel, though. He's out there with Hartman. Now Gostick will tie a player up. Hartman will put every ounce of that body behind that body check. Here's Gostick cutting to the middle.
Watch out.
Over for Hartman. Hartman gets run. Gostick gets run. Reel with the shot at the side of the cage. It'll be Hartman.
Get out of there, boys. Not worth it. Get out of there.
So the Penguins, victorious in the semifinal, will go to the championship game. I believe 11:15, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah, 11:15.
Right here at the Lemieux Sports Complex.
I'll be thinking of you when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I'll be up
early.
early. I'll be up and at it early. Thank you all for joining us on Cine TV. For cameraman Bobby Starr, producer Nick Paris, color commentator Dr. J. Jason Julius, I'm Jeremy Evans on play-by-play, saying good night